Welcome back, gamers. The doctor's in. I'm Dr. Nintendo, and I'm bringing you part number 2 of my top picks for the 3DS games for 2013. Let's go take a look. At number 18, A Train Odyssey Untold, the Millenium Girl. Millenium Girl stays true to form in that old school dungeon crawler. Again, we find ourselves with the map making, plotting our course through dungeons, trying to hide from huge beasts, and all the while grab as much XP as possible. Unlike before, in Millenium Girl, we start out with a static party. This is a small trade-off that allows for some amazing storytelling and animation. One of my favorite parts of the game is the small animated shorts that really help move the story along, all the while keeping up with the traditional themes of extreme customization. Grimware stones are available to expand each member's weapon proficiency and skill set. For those of you who have played the series before, or for those who want another playthrough, you can forego having the default cast of heroes. You can play this game definitely with your own style. Millenium Girl won't punish you for this. For me, it was a lot harder, but fair. But I wouldn't suggest going this way for your first time out of the gate. Millenium Girl kind of felt like a long-term relationship. Just be aware of that going into it. You can easily spend 20 hours in this game and not even see the light of day. There is so much content, mapping your way through dungeons, and picking up plenty of fetch side quests from the local pub. Because in RPGs, the pub is always the place to get hired for any job. If you're looking to invest a lot of time in a worthwhile RPG, you can't go wrong with this series. Coming in at number 17, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Take a quest, complete a quest. Tinker, fix, craft new items, rinse and repeat. On the surface, Monster Hunter 3 didn't grab me at first. A lot of people think Monster Hunter is an RPG, and I'd argue it's more of an action-adventure game. It's just a lot of endless boss battles, and I love that about it. Sign up for the monster you need to take out, go hunt, find said monster, eliminate said monster. There isn't a lot to get in the way. If you're looking for an in-depth story, reasoning why you're doing all this, keep looking. Now, killing monsters and doing various in-game actions award you some small craft materials for better armor, weapons, and gear. That's where the true fun of this game comes out. Making armor out of huge pieces of monsters that you kill, but to get the entire set, you're going to need to go back and face the same monster over and over again. And this is where some grinding aspects do happen, and people can lose a little interest. You have to earn that badass armor. Nothing's for free. The monsters in this game look awesome. Starting out, you'll have to kill some small dinosaur-like creatures, then moving up, they only get bigger and bigger and bigger until they look like things of nightmares. I love the fact you can play local multiplayer. Part of the reason why this franchise does so well in Japan, I feel, is the multiplayer. Being able to street pass, play locally with new people. Japan is more densely populated. More people use public transportation and are packed in together closer. I feel like this one aspect of the game really hasn't translated well yet. Being able to play together on the Wii U is a lot of fun. I enjoy the fact you can take your save file from one system and transfer it over to the Wii U, and you can continue the adventure there or online. The same problem still exists. There is a bit of a learning curve with Monster Hunter. The single player action does an okay job of getting the very basics down, but going to the world of multiplayer, you better have some hours under your belt. If not, your team is going to hate you. If you're new to the series, Monster Hunter 3 is the place I always recommend starting. It's the most approachable out of all the games. That being said, it's one of the very few non-RPG games I would highly suggest you invest in a good guide, walkthrough, wiki, or small Malaysian Sherpa to get you through this game. Monster Hunter 3 is so rich in content. and it's a good way to invest a few hundred hours in a game. Definitely pick it up. Number 16, Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei is one of the best RPGs for the 3DS this year. I know it sounds like a bold statement, but since its first release on the Famicom, it's been 9 years since the previous game release. In the Eastern Kingdom of Hokkaido, those who turn 18 years old have to go through a mandatory ritual to see if they're one of the chosen few to become samurai. This selection can be seen as an honor, but it's also an obligation, as the samurai must defend the kingdom from unknown dangers. As with the predecessors, you'll explore worlds in a third-person view and battle monsters. I really enjoyed the monster collecting, training formula aspects of the game, with some small feelings of Dragon Quest and Pokemon. This game does it right. Fusing new demons into all new powerful ones will keep you hooked for long hours of gameplay. I had some reservation about the portableness of the game, but Atlus pulled it off. The 3D works well, and everything is drawn well. I don't want to give too much about this game away. If you're an RPG fan, this is definitely something you need to experience. Coming in at number 15, Nano Assault AX. Finally a decent shmup for the 3DS. This quick, brightly colored, flashy shooter is an upgrade from the regular Nano Assault. Better controls, additional content, and new fun modes like survival mode have been added. Released for the eShop, it's a fun take on the shooter genre. Controlling a small nano ship, you must find, analyze, destroy the nanostray viruses. I really like how colorful EX looks, and the 3D effect was used really well. You need to battle your way through 32 stages. All along the game will self-adjust the difficulty to make it harder and learn your playstyle. There's plenty of weapon upgrades, but unfortunately none of them are really more game-changing than any other shooter. Some of my favorite levels in EX are the Star Fox-esque parts. The 3D effect adds greatly to the adventure in these parts, and it really pushes the hardware to its limits. Unfortunately, sometimes there's minor lag that can happen due to all the strain it puts on the system. Nano Assault is a brightly colored shooter that will brighten up your collection. Be sure to check it out. Number 14, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destiny. Objection. Phoenix Wright is back with an updated art style and great 3D effects. The Ace Attorney series is the cornerstone in any DS collection. Dual Destinies takes the form in 5 separate cases, introducing new characters, bringing light information from previous battles in the courtroom, bringing you one step closer to that amazing aha moment at the end, for which this series is known for. I really enjoyed the bright art style of this game. The game was a little bit shorter than I would have liked. For me, it wouldn't be a day one purchase, but I would pick this up used or in discount. You can't go wrong with Phoenix Wright. Do try to find a copy of this out in the wild. At number 13, Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Dream Team is the 4th game in the Mario Luigi series. I really had my doubts going into this game. Superstar Saga, the first game in the Mario series, is one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games of all times. Dream Team had really high expectations for me right out of the gate. This style of Mario game, more role-playing than platforming, always spiked my interest. In a world of Nintendo platformers, this always felt like a mini vacation. Borrowing back from its roots in 1996 from Super Mario World RPG, there's always been some kind of theme. First, you take that great RPG formula, then the brothers might be swallowed by Bowser or become partners in time. Here, Luigi likes to sleep, and he sleeps a lot. Interacting with sleeping Luigi affects the environment in the dream world. The Mario and Luigi series games are fun. They have some of the funniest humor of all the Mario series. They're well written, and the interaction between the brothers is lovable. Luigi is more front and center in this game, and I'm surprisingly okay with that. Turn-based RPGs aren't always for everyone, but this turn-based RPG is for everyone. It took the Mario RPG formula and ran with it. This is a good starter for people who haven't played the genre before. The Mario and Luigi series is definitely here to stay. Number 12, Gunman Clive. Gunman Clive is one of the best values on the eShop. With a price of less than your morning coffee, it's a great value. Clive comes with some huge nods to classic Nintendo games. Right off the bat, you'll be slapped in the face with the feeling you get when you play a Mega Man. This run and gun style is so much fun. You can definitely see that the developers played a lot of Mega Man growing up. But Clive is much more than that. Borrowing from aspects of Contra, how enemies are placed, and some of the power-ups you get. There's a heat-seeking gun, a spread gun. You'll feel the warm, Western style of Sunset Riders. The subtle 3D effect is used well, and it only adds to the gameplay. I like the art style of Clive. It reminds me of something a kid would draw. Making your own adventures, gotta go clean up the town from all the baddies. You're going to have to run, gun, and fight your way through 16 levels of gameplay. I really enjoy the interesting take on boss battles, and I'm hoping for a sequel. Maybe something more with a physical release. For a physical game, I would totally sink $20 into this for another game. But coming in at just under $2, Clive is a must-own for everyone with a 3DS. Clive has some great replayability, and you can pick up and play this title for just a few minutes or hours. And rounding out our list, number 11, the Train Odyssey 4, Legends of the Titan. This is an RPG for those who truly love RPGs. Developed by Atlas, you know you're in for a good RPG. You captain an airship and set out and explore. Why? Because RPG. You can choose from so many different classes to control in your 5-person party. With an expanded tech tree for leveling up, you can really customize your character and how they progress through the game. You get 1 skill point per level, or improve upon ones you already have. This really opens you up to use all the strategies you can think of. If this is your first time playing in a Train Odyssey game, you might want to consider the casual mode. Anything but playing on this is pretty difficult for most. I really enjoyed the cel-shaded graphics of the characters during the monologues. The Train Odyssey 4 makes an unapproachable series and genre and makes it relevant and accessible to almost all gamers out there. It also builds on the sturdy foundation that laid in previous installments and refines the formula with a distinct degree of expert precision, better gameplay, map plotting, story, control, graphics, and sound. This is definitely a fun game. If you can find this game for a good price, definitely pick it up. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to check out part 3. We've hit the top 10 and we're counting them down.